Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. We'll get there. I think we. I think we may just have it. Haha. Let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, girl. How are you doing?
Hey, so good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're at the Texas Cannabis Convention. What's the exact name of the convention you're
Uh,
at?
Texas Hemp Convention 2020.
That's great. And you guys are there tabling for the Human Solution International, which we love to feature on this show, all the work
Yes,
that HSI does.
got,
Yes,
got
monumental.
in on, and we've got flyers over here for them, and we got our whole table set up right now, and we've been doing interviews all day.
Oh, that's so great. It's awesome when you get to hear from the people. So your group is called Cannabis Open Carry Walk, which a
Yeah,
lot of people, myself included, I got this idea that everybody was walking around with cannabis and guns, which trust me, I would support wholeheartedly, but that's not what you guys do. Why don't you tell everybody who's listening a little bit about your organization?
right. Yeah, we're a small grassroots movement, and we open carry signs and information. Although our group was started by a few of those people from Open Carry, so we have joined together a couple times with the gun crew and the Libertarian gun crew for walks and did guns and weed. It's basically just to get people's attention. You know, free the weed. People think, oh, what, free weed? And they just stop and they talk to you. Or Cannabis Open Carry Walks, it gets them to stop and be like, do you carry weed on your walks? And that opens up that conversation. And so it's really that kind of a shock you name. And that's how we get people's attention. But yeah, we're a grassroots movement. We go out all over Texas, well, now internationally, since we joined up with Human Solution as their Texas chapter. But we go all over and do walks. And what a walk is you get out there with your signs, your flags. We carry information, telling people about reefer madness, telling them that they were lied to, telling them how they can write their senators and write their congressmen, telling them when the next bill is coming out to go testify on. And of course, we go do that too. We just had the public hearing hemp meeting for regulations and stuff, and we went to that because we want to keep a really close eye on what these regulations are that they're putting on our medicine. And some of them are so ridiculous. But yeah, that's what we do. We just tell people about and do what we can to change cannabis prohibition because we believe it's bullshit.
Yeah, it is totally. You mentioned regulations, which is the second R in War Room, is what that stands for. The ridiculous You're right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's almost like, can I smoke in my apartment, or do I have to be outside or in a box with a fox on Tuesdays only during a full moon? It's insane.
Yes, the regulations are bullshit. Cannabis has caused 0 deaths. It shouldn't be regulated at all, in my opinion. It should grow like tomatoes in our backyard. And I will continue to fight until we get homegrown in Texas because that's the only thing that's right for people. They shouldn't
Yeah.
have to pay big pharma for their meds when you can grow it and it ain't hurting nobody.
No, I agree with you with the whole. It's funny. I was just talking to somebody on the road, and I mentioned regulate like tomatoes. They said, "Do you have any idea how difficult it is to grow tomatoes over a certain amount?" And I'm like, I know. See, this is the whole point. We want it regulated like tomatoes, but even that, the regulatory restrictions on growing your own natural
Right.
medicine, be it
No, yes, you're
cannabis,
absolutely right.
lavender, it's everything. It's almost like they don't want us to be healthy. It's
Yeah,
almost like they want us
exactly.
on those pills.
They're poisoning
It's a
us.
shame.
They're trying to kill us slowly because they don't want to have to take care of us when we're old. They want to cut us off before we get there. They just want our check. They want our money, our taxes, and then
Yeah.
we're like cattle to them. We get raised up to go to school and be trained to do what they want us to do from the very beginning, and then we go and work, and they keep us so busy and so in debt that you never think about what freedom is being taken away because you're just trying to keep up with what you're supposed to do the next day, you know? And then when you get too old to work, you think they want to give you that SSI? Hell no, they ain't going to give you disability. They're going to make you it the way that you get disability now. You have to not work for 2 years. Who in the hell cannot work for 2 years? What are they going to do? Just live on the street for 2 years? And then after that, once you do get Social Security, then you got to wait another year just for medical. You're on there because you're at a disability. Medical is the most important thing. It's crazy.
It is. We really do need to sit down and talk about our entire healthcare system. It seems like doctors are more anxious to give us pills than to say, well, hey, you've got to watch your diet. You know, if you're not getting this vitamin and that vitamin, this protein, this nutrient every day, your body's not going to be in perfect homeostasis and you're not going to be healthy. And part of your body's, you know, regulatory system is your endocannabinoid system. And,
Right,
you know,
right.
I can't even necessarily, we all know that prohibition was started for racist reasons, but let's pretend for a minute that it wasn't. Let's pretend
Right.
that our, you know, great grandparents' generation, they just didn't know any better and they were really trying to do something good for our, well, now with the advancement of science, we know. So even assuming that it wasn't a ridiculous racist, you know, effort back in 1937, it's
Right.
time to evolve. It's time to recognize what we see in front of us and allow people to be as healthy as they can. And